Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. This is the last video I'm going to make for tonight. All the other movies, all the other videos I did tonight was for fun. So now I'm going to take this shit in a whole nother direction. I want to talk to y'all again about racism. I want to make this video completely about racism, and I want to try to end it within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Alright? Alright. So, just for a minute, I want you guys to think, what the hell just happened? Okay, something went wrong. I want you guys to think about the events of the last 6 months. Not even that long. No. Way back before the coronavirus hit, racism was a thing. But it wasn't like this global conglomerate. It was actually worse than that. And we fail to understand that racism isn't a new thing. It's just been a little bit more outed now. We got all these people just coming out of the woodwork, and it's okay for them to be racist as hell. I mean, they are literally coming out of the blue. It's midnight. And I mean, I've seen so many racist videos on Instagram that it ain't even funny. I mean, literally, I have seen racist people on Instagram no matter where I turn. I kind of just started following this woke video channel or whatever. And, I'm old, so y'all gotta forgive me because I'm not up to speed on parking lot Karen. Not gonna lie, I just killed a bug before it fell in my drink. Anyway, I'm not up to speed with all the terms of these Karens and Kens and barbecue Bettys or Bills or whatever the hell. The only Bill in my life is Beta Ray Bill. So, I'm not up to speed on a lot of the racist terms. I watched the racial fight today on video, like basically 5 minutes ago. I've watched a lot of stuff go down on video on Instagram today. Like today alone, I've maybe watched 15 videos about racism. Look, people, in case y'all don't know who I am, my name is James Williams Jr. I am part Cherokee, I am part black, and I am part white. I'm probably the only person here on YouTube who will say this every time. I don't have the right to be racist. And I'm coming off of a really shitty weekend to boot. I'm talking about, this has been one of the worst weekends of my life, among other things, and today didn't start off any better. The only good thing that came out of the day was I got to dress up like the Scarlet Spider and go play in the woods for a hot minute. I'm gonna have to do that when it's like less heat out, like maybe spring or fall, where it's warm, but it's not like super duper sweaty. So the suit's clean, by the way. I washed it and put it in the dryer. So if you've been watching my skits, then you're up to speed. Maybe I do need a new comb. It seems like this comb is taking out my hair. I know that's not relevant, but the fact of the matter is, all right, I've had it up to here with racism. Excuse me. I've had it up to here with racism. If I could reach the ceiling, I would, okay? I'm short. Give me a break. So, the thing is, we have we have done like so much stuff, and yeah, we still got a long way to go. And there's a lot of things that we can address, and there's a lot of things that we just refuse to address because we are human, and we have decided, without the benefit of a doubt, we have all just decided, you know what, screw it, you know, let's just be racist. Let's all just be racist. That's your prerogative. Don't worry, I'm not gonna talk about the red-headed troll in charge. No, it's not my place. I don't support him, and if you do, I still support you. But you might want to check your ideology. No, because I'm not judging you. But I can tell you now, anybody who hates somebody because of the color of their skin, which is the one thing that no one on this planet Earth gets a choice at. Okay, let me step back. I'm not gonna take it back because honestly, as far as I know, unless you are a test tube baby, you don't get the option of that choice. Now, I don't know if the test tube baby gets that option. That's why I stepped it back. See, way back in the 80s, when I was just a kid, they were talking about test tube babies. And no, not just in Marvel Comics or DC Comics. They literally were genetically engineering kids for people. No, they literally was doing that. No. So when I use the term test tube babies, I'm not making that shit up. They literally were doing test tube babies. Designer sperm, designer egg. They would take the best of the best or the worst of the worst, depending on what you could afford. And this was a thing. They were designing babies. I want my baby to have white skin, blue eyes, and good hair. Now, I don't know if any of that shit is true. I don't have merit. I don't have a way of finding out. I don't know if that shit was banned. I know that cloning is illegal. But it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It just means it's freaking illegal. Mostly because we don't know what the lifespan of a clone would actually be. I mean, it really depends on how good that scientist is, I guess. But for the most part, cloning is illegal, and they cloned a sheep. I think her name was Dolly. But either or. Now, cloning humans is 1,000% illegal. I don't know if it's worldwide, but in America, it is illegal. Now, here's that thing about racism. I learned how racist we were by playing Mass Effect. Because one of the Turians, it's one of the most popular lines. You humans are all racist when he's at the Citadel. And let me see if I can find that while we're chatting about racism. Let's see. Where is it? You humans are all racist. Okay. So we're going to play that for you.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh, well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you board the shuttle with that.
But this is a ceremonial item of my people.
Sir, it's a 15-centimeter serrated blade.
You humans are all racist.
You'll have to wait for the next shuttle.
You made me miss the last one.
You needed to go through security.
Why are you treating me like a criminal?
Because you tried to bring a 15-centimeter serrated blade on a public shuttle.
You humans are all racist. I want to know when the next shuttle will get here.
There's one every 10 minutes.
I don't want to wait that long.
I can't make the shuttles go any faster, sir.
humans are all racist.
Okay, so there's a reason why I brought that up. Because that was 1,000% correct. You humans are all racist. Why did I say that? I'm human, but I'm not a racist. I don't have the right to be a racist. Look at my face. I'm mixed. I am very proud of my heritage. The Cherokee side, the black side, the white side. I've been watching racist videos on my Instagram and my YouTube, and I want to lay down the law. And I want to talk about it. And I'm going to piss people off. So, this is going to be a two-part video. And I wanted to knock that first 10 minutes out the way by talking about racism. And the fact that I watched a video the other day, and it had a Native American on there. And he talked about black people and slavery. And he neglected the fact, so I'm going to drop this for you because I respect you, working Indian. I respect him. But if you're going to tell it, you got to tell it all. You can't just home in on black people. I'm not trying to go to war with working Indian, but he left off the fact that, I'm part Cherokee. So I can say this and it won't be as racist as it's about to come out my mouth. He talked about how he works with white people who bust their ass. And he talked about how Black Lives Matter. And he went into it. But he left off some very important facts. First off, blacks didn't want to come here. They were dragged here. Alright? In chains. But before we go there, because he did mention how blacks had white slaves in Egypt because of the Moors and all that, which he was factually correct. But what he left off was, because I'm part Cherokee, I can add this. Native Americans, we also had slaves. Because when we conquered another tribe, we assimilated that tribe into our tribe. Let me explain that because I just found out that Cherokee is a small branch of Iroquois, as Creek is another branch of Cherokee. Now, I don't know who came first between the Cherokee and the Iroquois, but I do know that when we conquered tribes, no matter what tribe you were, whether you were Apache, Navajo, Cherokee, Ojibwe, whatever, when you conquered a smaller tribe, you assimilated them. And 9 times out of 10, the women and children were slaves and the men were killed the fuck off. So let's call it like it is. So just in case you guys didn't think that I would ever go head to head with someone who is of Cherokee descent or Native American descent, you're wrong. I did the same thing with Miss Rainbird, who made Native Americans look bad by driving an SUV, a mobile home all over LA and having 2 dogs jump out. I came down on her. The black kids who had money, who went to China, who had the big red-headed troll in charge, come rescue them, but they had money, making it bad for black people in China. The Chinese teacher who recently got hemmed up in some spy shit. I'm not discriminating against anybody, but I'm going to lay down the law. If you're going to talk bad about one race, be factual. Alright? So you mentioned Egyptians having white slaves. And the Moors. Cool beans. But you forgot to intercept the fact that before the Europeans got here, there were battles over tribal land. We were killing ourselves. And by we, I'm speaking from my Cherokee side. We were killing ourselves too. And we were assimilating the lower tribes. How the hell you think the Mohawk got so powerful? Because when they took over a tribe, they slayed most of the men, raped the women, and made the children the slaves. Now, yeah, I said that. And as peaceful and as lovingly as I was trying to be, because I'm not going to war with the working Indian, or whatever, the working native is what he called himself. He was insanely putting down Black Lives Matter movements. Yet, he forgot how our president didn't want other Native Americans to have their land, such as Standing Rock. And then there was that casino thing back in 1993. But he didn't mention anything about that. He preferred to good working white people and damn you if you're black. which is not fair because there is good working white people, and there's good working black people, and there are good working Native American people, there are good working Chinese people. People in general strive to be good. However, there are a few of us who refuse to raise our children right, and we raise generation after generation of racist fucking people. That's right, I said it, racist fucking people. Why did I say that? Because every person on earth, no matter what your ethnicity is, there is racism in your people. There are just as many racist Native Americans as there are whites, blacks, and other Asians. And why did I say Asians? Because technically, the Asian race, the Mongoloids as they call us, Native Americans fall into that. All right, Native Americans, all Southeast Asians, even Indians with the dots, they fall into the Mongoloid category. Then you have the Negroes category, and you have the Caucos. I'm probably not saying any of that shit scientifically correct because I'm not a scientist, but I did a video on it. The fact of the matter is that every race has had racism, prejudice, and every race on the planet has had slaves. Native Americans don't get a free pass because of this guy. I'm sorry. I'm also part Native American. I've had two bad racist experiences from Native Americans because I'm not pure blood. Two bad ones. You know, other Native Americans have treated me fairly well, but two bad experiences. You know, so I don't judge all Native Americans for that. But those two bad experiences, they can get the finger. Now, if we're gonna go there, I'm gonna be honest. I've had more racism toward me from black people than anybody, but I still support Black Lives Matter. I still believe that all lives matter. But if you're going to tell it, then you got to tell it all. You have to be fair. You can't just say black lives don't matter because they do. Native Americans got the shaft from day one, but no one goes deep into that, you know, and they still don't have restitution. Just like black people, they don't have restitution. Nobody's getting their 2 acres and a mule. Native Americans got it the worst. My grandmothers were Native American. They left the reservation to actually make money to get a life because apparently whatever was going on at the Powhite Reservation wasn't working for great grandma Ada. So she got the hell out of there. It wasn't working for her brother John. He got the hell out of there. So if you're going to insinuate that it's just black lives that are kind of racist, dude, you're being racist. Look in the mirror. You can't just condemn black people and then, oh, well, I'm all holier than hell and I work with holier than hell white people. Okay, well, they may be holier than hell white people. They may be very nice white people. But the way he came at it with Black Lives Matter, you know, all lives really do matter. The point is that if you're going to be as racist as the people that are suppressing one, what's the difference? Because in case everyone forgot, there has not been a person on earth that has not come from someone who has someone closely related to them ethnically that has been lynched or burnt at the stake or murdered or scalped. All right? So think about that. We're going to the next video.